groin is so tight. I gotta stretch it.
Gentlemen. Morning sunshine.
It's so fucking thick, man.
What are we watching, Lentils?
This is 265 Evan. This is my favorite evolution of Evan.
Okay, here's a question, YoungLA. This is an extra large. Whose fucking arms are that long?
Mine.
No, they're not. My arms are just as long as both yours.
Come here and kiss me.
No, I'm not doing it. Everything with Gledhill is a competition, and like, he's delusional. I can't say a single thing with Gledhill. No. Nope, me. Seriously.
G said it too, fuck you.
Yeah, but G knows that he's fucking blowing smoke up his own ass.
No, I got. Why is it a competition? Like, oh, I have long arms, I'm lanky as shit. Sick. I'm better than you. It's not a competition, it's just stating. Yeah, bro, G, you got long, that's fine. Here we are gassing you up, talking about how fat you are, and it was funny. You know,
that's not gassing me up.
Giving your channel another view, and you're over here. Here we go, Gab, but he's fucking competing with me over my arms.
Never worn these shirts a single time. Don't like this shirt. Get rid of that one.
So many of these shirts I've never seen you wear.
I know. Like, I've never worn this one. I don't hate it, to be honest. I mean, it's just black with some loud shit on the back. So I'll get rid of the white one. We'll do a combo of garbage bags and boxes.
Yep.
Damn.
Is all this going too, cunt?
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus, man.
My goodness gracious.
What the fuck is going on there?
The fuck are these, cunt?
I don't know, but I don't want them.
Right on.
Chuck them in.
Bird.
G, you want to carry this?
Yeah, we'll do a trade.
Film.
Oh, my food's in the microwave.
Fucking dumbass.
Gee, go grab my food in the microwave, please. Toodaloo. My fucking car doesn't start smoking.
It's hauling a heavy load here, bud.
Oh, I told you that it was. Did I tell you that it was smoking?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I think the gasket's got to be replaced, man. Fucking pissed me off.
Ooh, that's a nice bike. I wonder who owns that. The guy who owns it definitely doesn't talk about it a lot.
Nope. No lineup. That's not good. I'm also 20 minutes late. You get extra points if you fist fight for any of it. Alright, fellas, have at her.
Y'all do not know me, I shoot like I'm Kobe. That boy really tough on his dolly though. I keep a drink, ain't no OVO. I ain't but nothing, just have my portfolio. I got niggas that die by that gang. We be honest, you fuck with us. Hearing no walk inside, I be clutching up. Know the haters mad, they got enough of us.
Blessing all the homies with some merch.
Oh, everything's clean too, so.
Damn it, I was hoping the sweat was on it.
Have a good one, guys.
You too, see ya. Pump covers.
Is he birthday today?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
No problem.
Walking in with a whole new wardrobe.
That's awesome. Well, thanks again.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Let's do like a little voiceover recap of what the fuck just happened.
I'm gonna poop my pants. Okay?
How fast then?
That's what just happened, okay? We got our... I think I would have preferred to have more people come, but there was definitely enough people that it was worth it. They all got a ton of clothes, and now I'm gonna poop my pants.
And that box is going to the front
I'm
desk.
just gonna leave at the front desk so that like the gym members can have some BRB pooping. This fucking signature pre, amazing, tastes good, gets me fucking fired right the fuck up. But it goes through me like a fucking fat kid goes through candy. Hey.
So sir, what are we filming today?
I gotta poop.
You already pooped.
My groin is so tight, I gotta stretch it. into the video, guys. As you guys saw, we just did a little giveaway. That was super fun, just to give back. Obviously have a fucking stupid amount of clothes, and I figured it would be cool to give them to a bunch of people who are into lifting. You know what YoungLA is. In Canada, it's a lot harder to get YoungLA stuff just because you have to pay more in shipping and more in duties. So I just, you know, had a lot of it. Got a couple people to come out, as you guys saw, so that was really cool. I'm always happy to give back. Obviously, I can't do what I do without you guys, so if there's like any opportunity I get to give back and show my appreciation, I know that's so fucking cliche, but it's so true. I like love to do that. Also, it's just cool because I get to meet people, and the feeling of giving is a good feeling. So, but today I'm gonna teach you guys how to grow some fucking meat wings. I'm hitting back today, and I figured it would be a good opportunity to go over the different ways that I'm gonna train lats, the best way to train lats, the different positions you can train them in, different movements I like, and that kind of stuff. So, I'm still gonna do some upper back stuff. But today's focus will be lats and growing a fucking meat slabs, you know what I'm saying? Like you want a fucking handful for a lat. So let's do it, let's get into it.
They're all around me, circling like vultures. They wanna break wash away my colors. Wash away my colors. Take me high and I'll sing. Oh, you make everything okay, 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 okay. We are one and the same. Oh, you take all of the pain away, 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 away. Save me if
So this is gonna be the first lat movement for the day. The lats are primarily trained in sagittal pull, so any type of pulling, whether it's a row or a pull down with a narrow arm path, or a pull down with a wide arm path. So when you're pulling in the frontal plane, which basically means you're pulling with your arm in line with your body. So lat's gonna do this, it's gonna do this, and it's gonna do this. So this is gonna train obviously one of those three motions by doing, it's gonna be a mostly vertical pull, but I'm gonna keep my arm path as narrow as possible. So that's gonna be the first lat movement. I'm starting with this one today, just because this is the one that I tend to be able to like isolate the lat the best with. I'll move from this, and this is gonna be primarily lumbar lat, so a little bit of lower lat, middle lat, and some upper lat, but mostly like middle lat. The next movement, at least based on the data that we have, is gonna be a pull down where I'm pulling in the frontal plane, and that is gonna be more lower lat. It's still kind of, the jury's still kind of out on that, so instead of deciding like which one is more lower lat, just do them both, and then you will cover your bases. So the other thing too, when you're doing sagittal plane, and sagittal means forward to back, if you're doing sagittal plane lat movements, you want to keep your hand either neutral or slightly underhand, because that's going to encourage external rotation of the upper arm at the shoulder, and the more our arm stays externally rotated, the more the lat has leverage. As your arm internally rotates at the shoulder like this, your lat loses leverage. So you'll see while I do these movements that I'm gonna make an effort to keep my grip underhand, and that'll help keep my elbow more tucked, which will keep me externally rotated at the shoulder, which will keep my lat will have better leverage the whole time. I'm just pulling elbow to hip. If you have trouble with your bicep taking over while you're doing lat stuff, you want to try using straps, and that will take your grip out of it a little bit more, and the more your grip is taken out of it, the more you can kind of forget about doing the curl motion. And then you just want to think about just pretending your forearm is an extension to the handle, because your lat, doesn't act on your forearm, it acts on your upper arm. So your forearm is literally just an extension to the cable or whatever machine you're using. plane pull down. So the last movement, like I just said, primarily based on the data that we have in terms of activation and leverages and stuff like that, is gonna train middle and upper lat. Obviously some lower lat as well as you get into like higher levels of shoulder elevation or humerus elevation, humerus being your upper arm. This movement, based on the data that we have, is gonna be primarily lower lat. And like I said before, this is a frontal plane movement. So we just trained sagittal plane like this, narrow arm path. Now we're doing a vertical pull down, but we're doing a super wide arm path. And what we want to do is, instead of pulling like this, because you'll see a lot of people do lat pull downs where they just grip it and rip it, and they're pulling like this. Well, if you look at where my arms are relative to my shoulder, this is not lats. That's going to be upper back, right? That's almost a row. So we want to do this. Keep, like I said earlier, keep your arm in line with your body. Obviously, as you get a little bit tired, you're going to lean back a little bit more, start to get a little bit more body English going. That's totally fine. That's going to give you a little bit more teres activation, and teres is underneath the lat up here, and so that's actually going to add some width to your back as well. So what I'm going to do here is 1 to 2 sets, pull down. I'm going to try to be super strict with it the first set, and then on the second set, I'm going to do it a little bit more of a lean back version to get a little bit more upper back and teres. One of my favorite upper back movements, even though it requires like no equipment. So obviously it's very stable because it's chest supported. You have a little bit of freedom of movement at the shoulder, so you can pull in a way that's comfortable for you. Because sometimes like the T-bar row will force too much internal rotation, which can bother people's shoulders. And then if you do it one arm at a time, which allows you to kind of like, you can really stabilize with the free arm, and you can kind of like fold your working shoulder kind of over the corner / side of the bench, which you'll see me do with this, which just helps you get a little bit more range out of that like shoulder blade. I really like it just because it allows me to pull, like I said earlier, or like I just said, in a way that's really comfortable for me. I get a really stupid upper back pump with it. I mean, we know that a pump isn't indicative of like how good the movement is, but it feels good. And it doesn't require any equipment. So if your gym doesn't have a T-bar row, or doesn't have a hammer strength low row, or if it doesn't have any of these fancy machines, you can do, as long as you have an incline bench, you can do chest support dumbbell row, which is a really good movement. I program it in my group sometimes because I do really like it, and it's not a movement that you need a lot of equipment for, like I said, so almost anyone can do it. Main points are try to turn your hand like semi-neutral or even overhand if we're doing it for upper back, and then drive with a wide arm path with your elbow out here. If you want to do it for lats, or like a hybrid of lats and upper back, then you would keep your hand neutral and you would pull with a little bit more narrow of an arm path, and just make sure you're still focusing on that shoulder blade coming forward and then coming back. And that's a way that you can kind of make it a hybrid of like upper back and lats. Movement. So it's another sagittal pull or row. You're pulling horizontally, but again, I'm keeping a narrow arm path, trying to keep my grip as underhand as possible so that my shoulder stays externally rotated, right? That way the lat will have the best leverage like that. And rows like this are going to target the upper lat the most. So like this area. That's called a thoracic lat because it attaches at the thoracic spine. And as you can see, I'm kind of emphasizing letting my shoulder blade come forward, because as my shoulder blade comes forward, that's gonna lengthen the lat a little bit more, give it a little bit more leverage. You just don't want to let your shoulder come forward and then like roll, like let your arm roll inwardly or internally rotate, because like I explained earlier, that's gonna reduce the leverage that the lat has. So that's the last lat movement for today.
This could be the new thing. Camera to the face.
Oh, right, mate. Okay, so here's the deal. We're gonna go back to my house.
Eat food.
Eat.
Yep.
Go to Canadian Tire. Also, the new energy drinks both just came in, so we can try one of each. And then, I don't know, if you want to stay.
And we finish that video?
Yeah, we'll go through the videos.
I like that.
Chew a bunch of Nicorette and get work done.
I like that idea.
People on social media in my comments sections make me want to run into a wood chipper.
That sounds like so much fun.
Hey, you haven't tried that?
No, I feel like that's like a once in a lifetime experience.
You know what, yeah, I gotta give it to you. I think you're right there, bud. Definitely loose. Wait, what?
Ready to tell you lefty loosey.
Okay, that's good. Fucking nothing turns my crank like getting a new socket set, what?
Miles per gallon, bud.
Smiles per gallon. A lot of smiles, not a lot of miles. All right, so I don't know how much Josh is gonna include in this, but it has been a day, to say the least. A good day overall, but just a bit of a frustrating day at the end. But that's the video, guys. I was really happy to do the giveaway earlier. I mean, not that many people showed up, so I think everyone left with like 10 to 15 pieces of clothing, because I probably had over 100 pieces of clothing, you think, Josh?
Yeah, there was at least 100.
Yeah, so that was good. I mean, I would have liked more people to show up, I think, but the people who came, definitely it was worth their time. Hope you guys learned some stuff about adding some width to your back, training some lats, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.